What's up guys, I'm here with another video. Welcome to episode 49 of Building Stuff. Today we're building a Target store. So, need to get everything up and running. Alright, everything's up and running. Let's build Target.
Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make your very own Target store. And not only have I built the outside for you to enjoy, ladies and gentlemen, but I have also built the entire inside of Target as well. However, this is what we are going to be focusing on in this part of the video. This is part 1. We will just be making the entire outside of the store. In part 2, we will focus on all of this and all of this. So if you're new to the channel, I would highly recommend subscribing and clicking that little bell next to the subscription button so you make sure that you don't miss part 2 of this video. And without any further ado, that's pretty much it, everybody. Let's get started. Now, just before we get started, everybody.
Okay. Gotta have a look. Ta 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 ta.
Here are all of the materials that we are going to be using throughout the build. Please do make sure that you have access to all of those materials and enough of them as well. The amount of space required to make your target, and this includes the big car park at the front of the building, is a 52 by 69 block area as represented by the giant white grid on the ground. Do feel... and that's it. Step 1, my store building friends. Come all the way over to the front right hand corner of your grid, if you've made it. Sure that you've got enough room to make it. Make sure you're ready, and once you are, we can go shopping. Step 1, my store building friends. Come all the way over to the front right hand corner of your grid, if you've made it. From the front right hand corner, I want you to count backwards a lot. We're going to count backwards 14, 51, 32, 33. Perfect. This is the starting position. The whole purpose of that was to make sure that if we built the grid, this is actually going to fit where we want it to be. So it's quite important. On top of this, place yourself 4 light grey concrete. 1, 2, 3, 4. I then want you to extend the length by 16.
16. 1, 2, 3. Yep, that's 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. and join all the way down to the ground. In addition to that, I want you to place a birchwood plank front and left in relation to the light grey concrete that you just placed on the ground. Place the birchwood plank, and then place 11 more on top of it.
11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Perfect. What I also want you to do is I want you to come back towards the front, and we extended the light grey concrete across by 16, but I also want you to extend it backwards by 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And we're going to join that down to the ground, just like this. So, not only do we have some light grey concrete extended left, but we also have some extended back as well. That's going to become important later on, but not so much now. Return back to the row of birchwood planks. I want you to left of the birchwood plank row, here, right the way at the bottom, place a red concrete. And I want you to extend it upwards by 5. 1, 2.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
2, 3, 4, 5. Take the bottom block and place 2 glass in front of it. I'm using the black stained glass pane. 1, 2.
Hello, Op Dragstorm. Welcome to live stream.
Place 2 glass going left. 1, 2. And then a red concrete. Place 2 glass going left. And then a red concrete. Place a glass, gap, glass, red concrete. Then 2 more glass, 1, 2, red concrete, 2 more glass, red concrete, like this. So we have a...
Yeah, that's great. And look at this. I will support you. Can you play PES Mobile with me? I don't know what PES Mobile is. PES.
Whole complex row. We're then going to extend the red concrete backwards by 2 glass. 1, 2. Red concrete. 2 glass. Red concrete.
It's a soccer game. Hold on. Let me check the App Store. Nah, sorry, I can't, because the size of PES 2021 is 1.8 gigabytes, and I can't, so I have to build my target store.
Then you can extend that red concrete upwards by 5. 1, 2,
5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
3, 4, 5, just like that. Perfect. And I want you to do the same with all of the other red concretes. So go all the way around. We're going to raise them all up. And what this is going to be is basically the front entrance to our target. Now there is a small back entrance as well, but honestly it's a little bit inconsequential in comparison to the rest of it. This is where the customers will be entering. So that's what we want to have right there. What I also want to place is 2 additional rows of glass. Now this is going to be tricky, but we want to place 2 rows of glass on top of every single other glass that we have placed around. So 2 rows of glass on top of every single layer of glass that we have. So in total we're going to have 3 rows as we go all the way around our entrance. Honestly, this might take a little bit of time. It's probably easier to place the glass on the sides actually, rather than try and place it on top of each other like that. We're then going to place a layer of red concrete all the way around on top of the glass like this. So, all the way around, like this. Oh, we missed a couple of rows, but that's okay. We can easily place it underneath the row of red. There we go. It actually makes it easier now, so there we are. And now, what you would then want to do is place yourself some glass above the red concrete. So this glass is actually going to directly in
Are you angry at
the
me?
red concrete. So you're not going to want
no.
just one layer of glass. You're actually going to want to place 2 layers of glass just to completely fill in the area. You guys know that often when you go into supermarkets, you've kind of got, or stores in general, you've quite often got like, I kind of call it an airlock. It's basically like, sometimes you can keep like weird sort of things that are kind of like on sale, kind of in this little part. But it's basically just like an intermediate between the outside and the inside of the store. So that's what we want to have so far. We're going to place light grey concrete on top of it. So all the way around the on top of it, just like this. And what you can do, or later on what we can do, we're not going to do it now, as you can add a little bit of glass to it too, but that's going to be up to you. We're going to add a little bit of a block of quartz on top of the grey. Like this, or you could add 2 rows of light grey, it doesn't matter too much. And then you can place upside down quartz stairs around the top, and this basically just makes it look a little bit more interesting. Like, we've used a few different colours now rather than just like grey and red and stuff, so that's kind of like the entranceway pretty much complete, ladies and gentlemen. And what we're then going to do is we're going to grab our birchwood planks again, and we are going to come to the left side here of the target store, and we're going to place a birchwood plank extending out of the back side of the opposite side of the entrance, and we're going to then extend this birchwood plank here to the left by 2. 1, 2, just like this. We're going to place 9 blocks on top of this birchwood.
9. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, just like that. That's pretty good. And we're also going to extend all of these 9 blocks backwards by 24. 1.
24. I'm going boing stream. Well, if you don't like my channel, you can don't subscribe to me then. No, hey, I'm just saying. Look at this barbershop and bakery, and Target will be right here. It's a very big grid because it's a giant car park. Oh, look at this. Look out.
2, 3.
24. Okay, 24. 24, not bad. Bye. Okay. 24. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Wait, hold on. Okay, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Like this. And now, this is going to be tricky, but basically what we have to do is extend this 24th block all the way across the build, right? All the way across. And we want to join it diagonally, this is the tricky part, diagonally to the light grey concrete that we placed earlier, so you can see how everything comes full circle. Well, not so much circle, unless you don't know what a circle is. More rectangular-ishy, really. But that's exactly what we want to have. You can see how it all joins together rather nicely. And what I also want you to do is two things. Number one, you can see that we have 2 rows of birch wood around the build, right? They're right at the front now. You want to take the top birch wood here, the middle one, and you want to extend it backwards, all the way back, and you want to join it all the way down. Not there. Whoops. And you want to extend it backwards, and you want to join it all the way down like this. And you want to take that other birch wood here that we have, and you want to extend that backwards. You can even join it down to the corner. As well, that'll help you a little bit later on when we start building the walls, and you then want to extend it across like this. So the purpose of doing that is, you can see we have 2 different sizes of the store. Like, one half of the store is lower than the other half of the store. You can even extend this corner of birchwood plank across like this, and you can even join it underneath if you want, because we're going to have a false ceiling inside, so it doesn't. Matter too much, and you can join it across like that, so you can see this half of the store is actually a little bit higher on the outside than that half of the store. In addition to doing this, what you can also do is you can place birchwood planks around the top and outside of your light grey concrete like this, yeah, and you can actually join to where we joined diagonally earlier. That makes sense. So hopefully you guys can see what we're kind of doing. We're making an interesting shape. When it comes to this window area as well, you can add a row of birchwood slabs to kind of half hide the light grey concrete. Around the top of the windows like so. And you can extend the corner up here, the corner of birchwood planks, you can extend it up and join it across like so. can take this corner.
Connected perfectly. So guys, I'm just gonna...
We can extend it backwards like this, and we can join it down to the corner too. There we go. And then you can extend this across, just like so, and what we will eventually have is this. So you can see that we kind of have all of these segments somewhat worked out now, don't we? We kind of have them all worked out. So that's looking pretty good. We kind of have a nice template, really, of what we're going to be doing, and it might be good if we fill these in, to be honest with you. So we're going to fill the entire right side of the store in using birchwood planks. All of this is going to take a very, very long time to do. Honestly, I should probably cut this part of the build out. To be quite honest, it'd probably be a lot better, but that's okay. We can fill it all in together. We want to fill the entire right side in using birchwood. We aren't really adding any additional windows around the build where we don't already have them built in. And that's what the right hand side, by the way, looks like once it's filled in with birchwood planks. We're going to fill the front in now. This is the part above the windows. Now the reason that we're not adding any additional details, and as you guys know, supermarkets or markets or stores in general have loads of stuff plastered against the walls. We have loads of aisles, we have loads of stands and all sorts of things. And by the way, that is what the front will look like. We're going to come all the way over to the right side and the back side now, and we're going to fill both of these. The back of the entrance actually has a little bit of a different plan for it, so we'll be tackling that in just a second. Anyway, we are not going to be adding any additional details because pretty much everywhere around the sides of our build we have stuff. There's not many places that we would even be able to add something without it looking a little bit strange. Say, for instance, if we wanted to add windows to this back side of the... that I'm kind of working on now, we have a lot of fridges here, a lot of fridge and freezers. We'd kind of have to make the store a really weird shape to accommodate it. So we're not adding much detail around the sides. Most of the build is actually covered up by a 2-block high wall that we're going to be placing around anyway, so don't worry about the lack of detail. But, you know, again, if you do want to add these things, if you do want to make it look a little bit different, you are more than welcome to, of course. So we want to have that. We're also going to fill this side in too. If you wanted to, you could actually extend this outwards a little bit because, as you might realise, it's a little bit flat, isn't it? I do suppose. It's a little bit flat out the back here. But I'll show you in a second. Like this area here is a little bit flat, isn't it? So if you wanted to, you could even like extend this a little bit further backwards, and it would make it look a little bit more 3D, so to speak. So you can extend it out the back, and we'll just like this won't serve that.
Because some places around have gone up to 175.
You can get it by switching to Aussie Broadband. It only takes minutes to switch, and you get your first month free. Aussie Broadband. Aussie Broadband.
Luckily, Amy offered the option to damage cover for your home building and contents. Who helps cover the challenges of your own
In case you want to watch it.
Me and Mum will watch it later. Yes, we will, but watch it later.
Alright guys, I'm back. Just had to speak to my dad for a sec.
Purpose other than aesthetic meaning it's not going to actually do anything. It's for no real reason except for that it looks a little bit better, and it won't impact the inside of the build. You see, the interior is completely built around the fact that the inside of the build is the way that it is, so we don't really want to impact it. But if you see that you add that little bit of a wall, we couldn't get rid of that. If you add that little bit of a wall in there, it does make it look a little bit more interesting rather than it just being flat. So now that we've filled those sides in, what you can also do is you can just fill in just here. You can fill in these little gaps here using vertical planks too, like this. So there, and we're also going to add the roof and stuff like that. But first, what I want to do is I want to work on the inside of the entrance here, because really we should do it because it's kind of interesting. What I would like you to do is I would like you to take this kind of like horizontal row of red concrete that runs throughout the entire entrance. I want you to take this row and I want you to extend it left and join it to where it would join on the right, or from left to right, right to left. You guys get the idea. And I want you to extend the red concretes upwards and downwards, kind of in the corners like this. And I want you to place the red concretes that we have on the front of the entrance. I want you to place them on the back of the entrance. So we're just mimicking what we already have. So again, as I mentioned, it's kind of what I refer to these things as like an airlock. We just kind of like want to extend it in the story a little bit. You can fill this little area. In here, we'll say like birch wood planks, and we'll cover up the red concrete here. Too. We also want to have birchwood planks kind of like extend around and kind of like just join on the side here. Maybe we'll even have it jut out a row, kind of like how we have it on the left side. And it's basically, you guys have walked into these many times, I'm sure. It's just the space. We'll even have it with planks, and we'll cover up the red concrete here too. We also want to have birch wood planks kind of like extend around and kind of like just join on the side here. Maybe we'll even have it jut out a row, kind of like how we have it on the left side. And it's basically, you guys have walked into these many times, I'm sure. It's just the space, and we'll fill this in, fill above it in using birch wood planks too. This is just the area that you walk from the outside into the inside, or vice versa. So just like this. And we're going to place glass in here too. Sometimes supermarkets and stores and stuff around here, like quite often you'll have like quick and easy things that people might want to grab. So like quite oftentimes there's like garden stuff here, and there's stuff that the supermarkets are really trying to get rid of.
Alright guys.
So there's like promotional items and such. So I'm using it kind of just as like a space in between, but you can fill this up later on with all sorts of fun stuff if you like. But you can see now that's looking a lot better, isn't it? And what I'm going to recommend as well is just dig underneath all of the glass and replace it using red concrete, because it looks way better. So here. Here, and here, and here, here, and here. How many times do I have to say that? Here, and here, 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 and here. We're not going to do that. This is all going to be quartz, and that's going to be the in-floor material, but you can see it just looks better now, doesn't it? It just looks a little bit better. You can fill the ceiling in here. You can fill it in with either like block of quartz. I'll probably use block of quartz. You can fill the ceiling with block of quartz, and we can add some lighting to it later on. An alternate. To have a skylight here in the entrance, but the only thing is when it comes night time, I mean it's going to be dark, so we'll probably add some artificial light of some sort inside there, or we'll fill it in with glass later. I don't quite know yet. So there we go. We've that's looking pretty good so far. So now we kind of like have this worked out. Oh, and also add some glass here on the left and right sides for the inside door, same as the outside. When it comes to the top of the buildings, we want to make the the tops look a little bit better, so we're going to add 2 rows of block of quartz on top of all of the birch planks. So on top of all of the birch planks like this. I know that we've made it different by adding that little wall in there, what I would call a false wall. False wall meaning like it doesn't really... do anything. We can place all that there, and we also want to have the same for the larger part of the building. You'll see what a difference it makes in a second. Like, you might have realised that obviously that part was flat anyway, so it's like, yeah, it's... boring because it's flat, but you'll see when it comes to the roof why it's a bit of a better idea just to have a little bit of a why it's better to have a little bit of depth. But again, you'll see that in just a second, and I think that you guys will agree that we made the right decision there. So we have all of that block of wood. And we're going to fill the roofs in. This is another time for some, what would we say? For, oh, you know what? I'm going to use light grey concrete. I realise I've got to destroy a couple of rows, but I think I'm going to use light grey concrete just to create some contrast. Now this is where some customization could come in. Depending on what sort of lighting you are looking for when it comes to your
Hello, Elias Gamer Girl. Welcome to the live stream.
Target store, that rhymes. You can add some skylights in the top of the store. That's an easy way to get a lot of light in the store. Without having to try too hard. We're going to create all of the light inside the store, and when we get to the inside of the tutorial in part 2, it's all actually artificial. You don't need any extra light coming from anywhere else. But that being said, you can, if you want to alter the build, you can just make the top of this glass, and then that way it's completely lit up. Then you can add the false light as well if you want, and then it'll be very, very bright during the day, and then during the night it'll be probably a little bit less dim, depending on how much light you add in torches, lanterns, blah blah blah. End rods. End rods actually provide a good source of light, especially for what we're going to be using them for in the next part of this. Because I don't know why, but those weird hanging lights that you quite often see at supermarkets and like convenience stores and stuff, kind of fascinating. I really like them. The ones where they're like, they've got like 2 ends and they're kind of like dangly, and they've kind of got those like weird bars of light in between them. You guys are going to see exactly what. chose to fill the roof in with light grey concrete instead of the quartz. Quartz was an easy option. Light grey concrete makes sense. It looks like a material you'd be able to walk around on top of the store if you wanted to. So if you wanted to add any like HVAC or anything like that, then you absolutely could. I'm not going to.
Am I the only one watching the stream?
That I'm not interested in. Can if you want, it depends how realistic and
maybe. Yeah.
These buildings are kind of like. How would I describe the city buildings? Like, I like them to be functional. I like them to make sense. I like it when people walk inside them and they're like, oh wow, this is crazy. This is what we'd find. But I don't like to add completely all of the things that you would expect to find in a city,
well,
in like a supermarket or store. I think it's a little bit too crazy. But that's what the roofs look like, ladies and gentlemen. They're kind of looking a bit blocky at the moment. But what we're going to do is add some quartz stairs around the tops of the second layer of quartz block. So the second layers of quartz block, you guys already know. We're going to place quartz stairs around them. This is where it makes the difference, by the way. This is why I extended outwards, because now the quartz stairs quite satisfyingly kind of like join and connect around in quite a clean beforehand, I wouldn't say that was so clean. So we're going to go all the way around the top, and we're going to do the same thing here. And it's quite a satisfying part of the building to place. I always love it when the roofs are done. Most of the walls are done. We only have a little bit of we've got a little bit of a window inch to add. We've got some floors and stuff, but for the most part, I mean, this really is sizing up. I mean, we've got quite a huge building so far.
OMG, hi. Hello, Unique Lemonade RBLX, welcome to live stream.
What we're going to do is we are going to, now that the roof's done, we're going to join the light grey concrete area at the front right hand corner of the building. We're going to join it all together at the bottom like this. So we're going to frame it a little bit more. We are going to leave gaps of 3 between the ends and corners of the light grey concrete, so like 1, 2, 3, and we're going to join the top and bottom of the light grey concrete area upwards and down like this. So we're basically just adding in windows. We're going to fill these windows up using...
Hold on. Guys, my friend's just texting me. I'm just going to text to him back. So guys, I'm gonna quickly fill in these windows because my friend's texting me because he wants to play with me. Of course I had to say yes. Okay, what we should play? I'm gonna quickly fill in these windows, guys, then I'm gonna end the video. So, I'm going to just fill in these windows, just like this. Okay, good. So I fill in the windows. I'm gonna go back to my, my live stream. Alright guys, I'm gonna end the video here. I know this video wasn't long, I'm very sorry, but this video was very interesting because this store is so big. I've never built like a store with a very big grid before. Like, I decided to build this build because it looked very modern and futuristic. So yeah, I'm going to I'm going to end the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this video of me building Target. If you did, guys, enjoy this video, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a video, and I'll see you guys soon. Have a lovely day, guys. Peace out.